as our operators. I think together with PTCL, first we can build a very good golden pipe. This pipe, we have to guarantee there are enough bandwidth to no matter fixed broadband or mobile broadband, because we have the most richest OSP resources in Pakistan. So in futures, even for MBB or FBB, we can build a very good backhaul network for them and have a very good commercial case. This is for two. And also for the terminal. We all know for mobile terminal, now we have iPhone, we have Android. Maybe we cannot do anything more about that. But however, for the family, considering how many subscribers we have for fixed broadband, so in future, the terminal, the home gateway, will become a very key issue in Pakistan. In futures, the home gateway will no longer just a DSL modem or FTTX ONT. It will be a home gateway. That means all the electronic will be integrated to this home gateway and will be controlled. And even in futures, this home gateway can access to both fixed broadband and wireless, like 3G and backup. So this will be the FMC in the home side. So if you ask me, I think in futures, Huawei, we should help PTCL to build a good golden pipe and also develop the home network. This will be the main thing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wongchin. The conclusion of the message from Mr. Wongchin is that what I said in the slide, monetizing the pipe, that how we can build this golden pipe, smart pipe, and the other key component I noticed is the terminals, how we can deliver the terminals to maximize the access by more customers and of course the home users as well. Now we had views of all our panelists and it has really given a wide spectrum of views and the future, how mobile broadband and fixed broadband is going to impact the lives in Pakistan. I would allow only one to maximum two questions from the audience who would like to ask our panelists in regards to fixed broadband and mobile broadband, or any comments which you have on the subject. Please. Particular?
I think to our panelists, because they are the decision makers.
Thank you.
So my question is, fixed broadband is main business is fixed broadband as of today. So fixed broadband is mainly, it is ADSL or it is powered by the GPON network, which is a fraction of our total subscriber base. So whereas the mobile broadband, it would be powered by Android, it would be powered by smart terminals, at the end of the day, if we know that it is the quality of experience which is important for the customer, would it be the applications or would it be the pipe? So
good one.
We need to know what is our readiness for the applications.
Thank you very much, volunteer, for this answer. The answer is it the applications or is it the bandwidth or is it the quality of experience which is going to dominate the broadband era?
The answer is no. Actually, we haven't, and that was my primarily what. Do we want to be a pipe? Be it a golden pipe, be it a platinum pipe. Do we want to be a pipe or we want to be endpoints of the pipe as well? If we happen to control that, that's where the real money is. Like the people who are making the applications and people who are generating the content. I think the way the trend is, the way the world is moving, they want to capture that part as well. And we at PTCL, by moving into cloud computing, would be adding something to it. But just like you mentioned, we have to focus on the content and the delivery of the content. And I think the experience is what the user is using and where the content is being generated, both ends. So answer is that We are not ready as yet, but we must start working on that.
Thank you very much, Nadeem sir.
Nadeem
sir, yes, of
can I
course.
give a part? As being commercial, I can't totally agree with the technical views. But however, I believe the expertise of every discipline should be managed by the expert. So if there's a platform, if somebody knows the platform business, he should do the platform business. If somebody knows the connectivity business, he should do the connectivity. Somebody knows the application business, and like just highlighted, we can't compete with Android. We can't compete with the Apple, operating systems and platforms and the applications that are being built on top of that. However, I think one thing we need to understand: wireless, fixed wireless, and mobile. So currently we're in a market today where WiMAX is eating into my fixed and into my mobile broadband. Then we're comparing examples of countries where there is abundant, fiber to the consumers and fiber to the home, and we're saying no, the wireline is going to be very strong. However, I don't know of an example where copper has been able to deliver the speeds that we're looking for to be able to compete with the mobile or the wireless broadband. The reality today is we're losing fixed customers to the fixed wireless. We're losing fixed customers to the mobile broadband, and that's internal something going on to our own network. We're losing our the copper customers to our broadband, wireless or mobile broadband or EVO, whatever you want to call it. So I think there's a reality which exists today. However, the applications, the platforms, I have my own small theory as well on this. I just gave a presentation in a map seminar in Karachi, and I said the iPad doesn't work without the P-pad.
Yes, absolutely.
So the P-pad is the pipe, the platform, the application, and the device. So we're not in the devices business, we're not in the application business, we're not truly in the platform business, but we are in the pipe business. So I believe the pipe is something going to a consumer, going to a household, going to a business, going to a, being delivered wirelessly or delivered on a wireline is something that we are in today. And that's what we're doing. I don't see a radical change really coming in tomorrow on this island.
So very well said. Any more volunteers or?
I think one thing I would like to add only, it's well said by Visa and Malsa also. I think we have variety of the customers around us. Requirement is different. Application, yes. Pipe, yes. Quality of skills, yes. We need to make ready ourselves as per the requirement of the customers on all grounds. Only then we'll be in the leading position.
Dumb pipe just few years back, and we promoted the idea of making it smart pipe. Operator is the one who is providing the venue to all these applications and sellers and content sellers. Don't you think that these guys who have been provided the last miles, they need to share some part of the cake which they've been taking for granted? A concept of double-sided business model. I can give you example of one of the newspaper in UK and one of the website I was trying to access from Japan about the finances. You have to subscribe. You have to pay for that to read these papers, to read access to the library. So it is time, actually maybe the time has passed, that the people like yourselves, your honorable panelists, it's the job to talk to and promote this double-sided business model, that these people must share the revenue with the people who are providing this venue to these all service providers and content providers. Yes, please, who is the question? Please, fire away.
Sir, my question is to Lisa. It is real fact that there is a high rate of churn of broadband connections. So, sir, kindly put some light on it, that what are the main factors of churn and how can we get away from this issue? Thank you.
But however, I admitted this thing that there is an internal migration or internal churn taking place because of maybe the service levels, the expectation of the customer, we're not being able to deliver, the quality of service, the expectation that he has. So if you remember, the word I used in my opening remarks was, we need a resilient connectivity to a customer's premises. What does that mean? That means, he's able to depend upon it. It's a dependable connection. He can use it whenever he wants, and then we can build the value-add platforms on top of it. We only have two value-add platforms today, if I'm correct. We have an IPTV platform, and we have an iSentry platform, which, security and surveillance and home entertainment. That's what we have right now. But, the future, as we see, I think the machine-to-machine business on the wireline is going to be the key, where machines are going to be talking to different machines, whether it's security, whether it's logistics, whether it's ERP systems, whether it's educational, I don't know. It's going to be something mind-boggling. The estimates are that the machine-to-machine subscriptions of broadband are going to be greater than the population of Earth in the next 10 years to come. So we have 6 billion people, so there will be 6 billion connections happening onto that. However, coming back to your question on why are we losing customers, I think it's not a hidden fact. There are multiple reasons for a customer. In a nutshell, the user experience is not to that level for which he is willing to commit to pay a premium price to stay on a wireline service. If in case he can get a dependable connection with the same level of speeds on wireless and at a lower price, I think it's a no-brainer. He's going to shift. So for us to give him that experience, we need to give him that bandwidth where he can enjoy those applications which he cannot today, if I'm talking about today, enjoy on the wireless world or on the mobile world. But down the road, my fear is that he will be able to enjoy those applications, those services. He can stream YouTube, he can download Android applications, and other interactive sites where he can go. He will be able to do that on the wireless or on the mobile. So for me, to entice him, to engage him, to excite him, to retain him, I need to offer greater bandwidth for which then I add value on top of that. So that's one of the reasons. Thank you.
Thank you. The answer was very comprehensive with regards to how you can cut down or reduce the churn rate. And if you remember in the early part of the morning, we were talking about how you can do the quad play or triple play and offer services packages, not just only the broadband, but put a variety of services and packages to retain and even increase the number of subscribers. Thank you very much. We had, I think, enough talk on the FBB and MBB. We had a small discussion. I think I gave a few slides on the FMC, fixed mobile convergence. Is there anything left? Sir, you are the star of the show here.
A good opportunity for PTCL. My question is that when mobile sector will be coming 3G, what will be the impact on PTCL Evo brand, because right now more than 50% mobile handsets are 3G compliant and people are more used to use these handsets easily as they are normally with them. And so secondly, a small more question, how long will we going to offer people unlimited packages under such conditions? Thank you.
The second bit, but the first part, I was asking someone today, having this discussion, that what is 2.5 or 2G that it can do what 3G can't do, and what people are doing with 2.5G today. How many people actually access Facebook from their mobile phones? How many people use Twitter from their mobile phones? How many people have POP3 settings in their phones and are using their emails? So if 3G is going to be such a big draw-now, G is coming for PTCL, why aren't people using this? If you have 3 million, 4 million phones today, why are not people using these services today? Where they can perfectly stream, maybe bus YouTube, but the other services they can very aptly use today. How many people do you know out of this room? How many are on Facebook on their mobiles? How many are using Twitters, from their mobiles? I'm not.
Come on, guys. Can you raise your hand? Who is on Facebook using his mobile device?
See, all commercial. well, out of the lot, it's only, I would say, 5%. The whole lot that's sitting over here. You probably have smart devices.
Yeah.
But
Sir, sorry.
Let me just ask this question. I'm coming to your answer. I'm saying 3G will have its impact on the mobile device. Our business today, the core business on our wireless broadband Evo is on dongles, where we give you that unlimited experience of competing with a full, wireline connection, where you use it as a dependable product for all your laptop needs. So laptops haven't disappeared, tablets have not taken over, and mobile computing has not taken over. The laptop business still exists today in a very large proportion and quantity. And so that's happening. Now what will happen once the 3G comes in? Well, that's my guess, your guess, anybody's guess. My guess is that we will be a very competitive entity in terms of pricing, our spectrum cost, our existing deployed network, for which we have, returned our investment to an extent of the fixed cost, and that we're adding on top of it. So it puts me in a more competitive position. Let's say pricing is the game down the road. I would be in a better position to go for the pricing thing rather than somebody who's going to pay, maybe, I don't know, $500 million and another $500 million to set up the network. So what is the pricing he's going to do and offer services in 3 cities, only as the initial offset? I will be at an advantage, that's how I see it. But however, my throughput has to be consistent, my user experience has to be there. I cannot, say 3.1 MB and give him, 0.1 MB. No, I can't do that. I have to be close to what I'm going to be committing. For that, the technical requirements, the spectrum requirements, the, bigger footprint requirements, more sites requirements, and that's where Huawei comes in and sells us a few more sites and whatever. So, that goes on. Second part, the unlimited, yes, I think there will be a threshold level. There will be a threshold level where we will be evaluating what is our strategy going forward in terms of the unlimited business that we have at this point. But today is an opportunity. I want to capitalize onto that opportunity to bring in a maximum subscriber base, entice him, engage him, and keep him as my customer. And then going forward, let's see what the market has to offer. Why would I be the only one offering unlimited when nobody else would be offering unlimited? I will review at that point. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Here. So I think first of all, for 3G, it creates a new market, a new kind of services, instead of only laptop-based or computer-based broadband access services. Because for 3G, it also brings the mobile internet services. For mobile internet, it's based on smartphone or based on the tablet services, tablet, like iPad and Android pad. So for this kind of things, it's not only replacement of FBB, it's also a kind of new services. And also for, as I just mentioned, for mobile operator, this kind of service is a key value, not the broadband access. For broadband access, FBB definitely is the first choice, and NBB will be the second one. And the second thing is, I think for most of the operators, the price is the most important factor to develop the end users, especially for the terminal price. For example, 5 years ago or 7 years ago, do you know for one 3G dongle, USB dongle, data card, what's the price? It's about $100. But now, after 3 or 4 years, it's the cheapest one, only $20 or $30. What about smartphone? 5 years ago, the cheapest smartphone will be like, $500, $600. But now, the cheapest one will be $150. Imagine this, what about next 2 years or 3 years? What about $100? So people can reach this kind of things. And also another thing is about the availability and the experience. I remember my grandmother, he cannot use laptop, computer. He don't know how to, operate it. But when I give him an iPad, an iPhone, he know how to use that. You don't need her to learn this. This is a problem. So we don't think from now, we don't think, okay, maybe there's no future for mobile internet, no future for this kind of service. But think about after 1 year, after 2 years. Okay, I only added this kind of comments.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chongwei. What is the conclusion? MBB is not going to be threat to FBB, provided that you guys can deliver the quality of experience and the customer what he wants. In fact, as we said, I think a few times in the earlier part of the day, that the promotion and awareness campaign which these people will drive, in fact, it actually will promote FBB. So, as per Naveed sir said, there is not much to worry rather than you roll up your sleeves and get things going. Next topic I'm going to come down to FMC, fixed mobile convergence. And when I say fixed mobile convergence, it is not just converging the networks, and we are talking about convergence of the services. I would like to ask Dr. Naveed sir that do you think FMC, we are talking about churn rate, people leaving fixed broadband, going to MBB. How can you retain the customers and what FMC can offer? Thank you, sir.
I have been hearing this FMC from the last 4 or 5 years. It's like even our president sometimes says that I don't want to listen to this word FMC because there was a lot of hype into it, this fixed mobile convergence. I think there are, from the services perspective, there are opportunities into it, but at the same time, it needs convergence at all layers. It's not just the convergence at the network level or at the access level or at the core level. The biggest challenge would be the convergence at the IT level. The IT, when I say IT level, that is the service delivery platform or the CDN or the content delivery. So from that perspective, I think these value-added services haven't been a strong point or a selling point for an incumbent like PTCL, for instance. We haven't been strong in West, to be honest. But at the same time, when we talk about this 3G and when we talk about this LTE and when we talk about GPON and high-end, high-ARPU customers, I think at the end of the day, this monetizing the contents and monetizing the services, I think that's going to come, and it's going to come pretty fast. So the first thing is that we need to have the underlying networks ready before we really talk about this convergence at the top there. So this is my...
Thank you very much. We have a sort of optimistic and pessimistic view on the FMC. If we look from the services side, as Dr. Saab said, I think it's quite optimistic. If we can devise and deliver those combined services to the end users. Mateen sir, would you like to add some more meat on these bones?
Yeah, actually, so I'll again work on the same thing. Actually, when it comes to broadband and the user experience, the user doesn't really care. It's wireless, wireline, whatever. User care about his applications, and if he can use it at his convenience. When he's traveling, when he's stationary, when he's at home, when he's having a wide screen or a small screen and all that kind of stuff. So when we say FMC, so we should be very clear what we are talking about. In Pakistani environment, this is the need of the hour for the operator. Because we know that with 3G licensing in place, all the mobile companies are going to go in red. So all these mobile companies are going to have a real big financial challenge. And most of the infrastructure, the new infrastructure, which is more data centric, involves what happens on the ground in terms of fixed network, like IP backbones, the backhauls, IP backhauls, and the international communications, the links, submarine cables, and all that. And I think with a converged network, people can overcome these financial challenges with the business viability. And I think in Pakistan, as a technology owner, as a fixed operator, having a mobile services, we are very well positioned for a converged network, which we are already working on. And I think we need to strengthen that, and that may include other mobile operators, which are we call GSM operators. They can intertwine with us, like to have a common infrastructure where we add value to them and in turn share part of the revenue that they foresee in the future.
Thank you very much, Pizza. I think the point mentioned here is, which I can extend it further, is called end-to-end. It is not just the access part. We're talking about the backhaul and pumping traffic through the international gateways. So I think these are put a finger spot on that how this convergence of the network can bring the fruit for incumbent operator like a PTCL. I would like to ask, sorry, your question, please. Can somebody pass the mic?
Sir, my question is from Nasrullah sir.
Just one sec, please. Nasrullah sir.
Sir, basically, PTCL and Ufone are basically the same part. But right now, I was basically seeing a document in which it was told that Ufone is going to launch 3G services and PTCL is planning to launch LTE services. So, where this concept comes about FMC, why we are not joining hands in hand and making a combined plan so that we can go in the same direction with more force and with more plan.
With this question, on FMC, first thing I agree with Dr. Mahbub Saab and Bimal Saab that we are hearing this FMC at least from the 5 years. But in my view, now the FMC is in place, it is a reality, and this is the way forward for the operators having fixed as well as mobile network. Now, the question maximum we can talk from where we need to start. From the services, from the IT things, from the IN, from the different layers of the network on the access side or on the backend side. So it has been started now. And I am not seeing maintaining separate network, maintaining separate platform, maintaining separate intelligent networks for the mobile services, and at the same time for the fixed services will be beneficial for the operator, especially nowadays where the OPEXs are very high. So this is the only way to go to integrate maximum services, platforms and the network as can be done. So in my view, FMC is our reality, and we have to think very strongly and very aggressively on this for the operator like PTCL and having its subsidy Ufone in hand, as well as the wireless services which we have in the shape of Ufone as well as the EU ones. Number one. Now answering to Mr. Waji's question, yes, we are strongly in the process to have maximum network integrated from the, especially from the IT side and the services side and the network side also on the access side. So we are strongly in process, and we have done something like on the contact centers we have done. Now we are thinking to have combined, the IT platform, CRM platform. So on this really we are working on that, and I think in the coming days you will see the results for both the platform.
So I would like to have a quick words from our CTO Pakistan, Mr. Wang Jin. How do you see FMC can help? Is it really an edge, as Mr. Nasrullah said, that we are already in place of FMC?
From my point of view, because FMC, why we call it FMC, and I think that the best thing FMC bring to us, we can save the cost. We can save the cost. Because FMC, what it does mean, FMC, the FMC in the backhaul network, we can simply call it the sharing of the network. Now in this industry, in telecommunication, the sharing of network is not only existing in here, but also in other countries, in other domains. Like in British, the different operators, mobile operators, they even share their network, backhaul network. They only keep their, and they even sharing the same base station. They only keep different core network and a different service platform and a different branding, means different commercial mode. So the thing is why they're doing this, because they can save the OPEX and the CAPEX. So in Pakistan, if we check the industry right now, we know that since the 3G is coming, all the mobile operators are doing something to modernize their network. But if